Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. It is fantastic to be on this live. It is Saturday evening, about 9:36 on the East Coast here, and we haven't gone live in a few videos. And I always like to just let the YouTube algorithm kick in a little bit, just that way we can get some traction going, get some people hopping on, especially as it is late at night, and we don't always have that many viewers at around this time in the evening, but of course, depending on where you are in the States, the time zone is different. So it depends on where you are, the time of day, of course. So let's let that YouTube algorithm kick in a little bit. All right, we do got some people hopping on now. Great to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining our live here. We do have breaking news to cover. There we go, algorithm really kicking in. If you are first joining us on this live this evening, make sure you give this live a tremendous thumbs up, smash the like button, and that could be whether you're watching the replay or if you're watching live right now. Does not matter. Give this video a tremendous thumbs up. As always, we will do a quick sound check on my end, just make sure things are running smoothly, and then we will dive right into this breaking news. Let's take a look here. All right, very good. We do sound good. Okay, there we go. A lot of people hopping on here. Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday evening. It's about 9:37 here on the East Coast. Thank you so much for joining us on this live. Again, if you are first joining us, whether you're watching the replay or the live version, smash the like button. And also let us know in the live chat or in the comment section if you prefer the live videos or if you prefer the pre-recorded, because we want to better serve you. We want to get the information out to you as fast as possible with all of the pertinent updates. So let us know in the chat and the comment section if you prefer the live videos or if you prefer pre-recorded. That will just help me out to better serve you folks. Hello, Allison. Good to have you on. Fantastic. So yes, we do have breaking news. Finally, some stimulus checks have been approved for a specific state, for a specific group of people, and we'll be talking about that. Of course, make sure you folks are subscribed to this channel if you haven't already and have notifications turned on as well. If this video gets to 500 likes in total, so that's a combination of both pre-recorded, or rather the live version and the replay, then we will do a cash giveaway where we give away $100 to a few of your lucky subscribers. And that is in addition to the cash giveaway that we plan to do when we hit 20,000 subscribers. We'll give away double the amount of cash that we gave away at 10K. We'll give that away at 20,000 subscribers. So make sure you're subscribed and have the notifications turned on. And of course, make sure you like this video, get those numbers up. Mark, actually, you'd be surprised. Good guess. Good guess. That might be coming later this year, though, those additional stimulus checks. Good guess, but it is actually not California. Believe it or not, it is not California this time around. May come later this year, and we'll be sure to update you folks if it is. This state is not California. So again, we do have some breaking news here. Let's dive right in without further ado, and let's cover it. So we discussed this, some months back. I think it fed into last year, 2021, the specific state, that was contemplating sending out stimulus checks. And finally now, these checks have been approved for residents. Now, there are some stipulations, right? So you're not just going to get the check in your hand in the mail or deposit into your bank account. There are some steps that have to be taken, and some people, may or may not qualify, but certainly, a large population of this state will receive and be eligible for these stimulus checks. So what is the news? Well, lawmakers in this state on Friday have now approved a $600 one-time stimulus payment to low-income workers who were on the job in the early days of the pandemic. Hello, Brandon. Alrighty, well, we're covering it right now. You're right in time. We're covering this stimulus check, so you didn't miss anything. Don't worry. All we talked about was that a $600 one-time stimulus payment has been approved for residents, or rather workers, of this state. The payments would go to Oregonians who claim the Earned Income Tax Credit, or the EITC, in 2020. That's a tax break for low-income working households, and we've talked about that many times. The Oregon Department of Revenue said about 245,000 Oregonians would be eligible, with payments limited to one per household. So it's not going to be per individual. It's going to be one per household in this scenario, which differs from federal stimulus checks. House Bill 4157 passed by wide margins in both chambers of the Oregon legislature, with a handful of Republicans joining majority Democrats in supporting the bill. It now goes to Governor Kate Brown for signing. That's the governor of the state of Oregon. That is true, Mark. You were pretty close, not too far off. And so, Oregon is a pretty blue state, right? It is rather blue. It leans blue, particularly in elections. The every 4-year election that is for the presidential election. It certainly does lean blue, but you actually had some Republicans here join Democrats and support this legislation. So nice to see some bipartisanship happen with this stimulus bill, especially in a state that leans pretty heavily blue like Oregon. Now, the State Department of Revenue would make the payments automatically for most eligible workers by the end of July. The payments evolved from a 2021 plan for larger stimulus payments up to $2,000 at the time to essential workers who stayed on the job during the pandemic and those who rejoined the workforce last fall. So not even half of that 2,000 there. They had to cut it all the way down to 600. Still something, but it certainly could be more, especially as Oregon could arguably a higher living expense state. Sponsors of the latest bill, though, said that more targeted payments would have been administratively burdensome and would have required workers to apply. Payments could have been delayed by months or years as a result. Directing the money to low-income working families, they said, would help ease the sting of rapid hikes in expenses like rent, gas, and groceries. And now you see the gas numbers, they continue to spike. Quite insanity. Let me know what the gas prices are looking like right now in the chat there. Let us know what gas prices are looking like in your area, in your state. Just want to do a quick survey as the prices keep going up. And according to Senator Kathleen Taylor, Democrat from Portland, Oregon, that is, cash payments make a huge difference in the lives of working families, according to her. The payments plus administrative costs are expected to amount to nearly $150 million paid from federal pandemic aid approved by Congress last year. So, a lot of states are in a similar boat where they have this money just sitting there. They've done nothing with it, and it's just sitting there collecting dust, and they don't want to give it back to the people. Quite unfortunate, but thankfully, Oregon is taking some of that money and providing it back to their residents and workers. And the bill passed the House with a 42-16 vote, so pretty easy pass there. And it also passed the Senate at the time, the afternoon, on a vote of 23-2. So a vast majority of the state senators approved of this bill. Now, according to Kathleen Taylor, she also said that low-wage workers are a critical part of our economy and are also the most vulnerable to the rising costs of everyday necessities. She said that these payments could help pay a utility bill, buy necessary medicine or essentials like diapers and groceries. Cash payments also ease stress, allowing families some support to manage the obstacles they face in their daily lives. She said House Bill 4157 is an opportunity to show support to our low-wage workers as they show up to do the jobs upon which our economy depends. And this is not just this specific state, but a lot of American people were angry, especially in the early days of the pandemic, that people that were working on the job, quite literally putting their lives on the line when COVID was raging across the country, received nothing. They received no hazard pay. They really were left to dry, right? They really did not receive any aid whatsoever until that first stimulus check was passed as part of the CARES Act, right? And that provided money. But for a long time, the money, for the most part, went to individuals that were not working, right? People got hundreds and hundreds of dollars in some cases on a weekly basis via unemployment. They received the stimulus checks later on, but the money for the most part went to people that were not working, and that really angered a lot of workers that did everything they could to keep making a living and put food on the table by putting their lives on the line during some very scary times during COVID, and they received nothing, zero. So this stimulus check is going to really show the support to those workers and say we appreciate you and we thank you for your service that you worked throughout the pandemic and you continue to do so. And so a lot of states hopefully should take note and follow suit and use the money that they have sitting in the coffers that is just getting unused and collecting dust and give that to workers that actually did put their lives in the line, worked during COVID, and that would really, be a fantastic thing. Would really bode well. So Allison is saying 4.9 gallon New York. I wonder which area of New York that is. I'm on Long Island, so just curious what area of New York that is. Absolutely, absolutely, Brandon. And the payment, of course, will help address the rising cost of living. So it's not a massive sum of money, but it is something. $600 might get you a little bit of gas here and there, a little bit of food here and there. So it's not nothing, right? Other states have provided much less. We've seen numbers like 300 and 200, so 600 is not terrible. And according to Representative Andrea Valderrama, also Democrat from Portland, she had said, quote, right now, many Oregonians, myself included, have been struggling to get by as the cost of living has skyrocketed. And she's also the chief sponsor of the bill. She went on to say these payments can make a huge difference for low income individuals and working families. They can help pay a utility bill, buy necessary medicine or essentials like diapers and groceries, echoing the sentiment of the other fellow representative there. Again, those who qualified for and claimed the EITC or Earned Income Tax Credit on their 2020 personal income tax returns or file an amended 2020 tax return by April 15th will be eligible to receive these payments. According to the Department of Revenue, DOR, an estimated 250,000 or a quarter million Oregonians will qualify. Then, according to State Representative Rachel Pusak, Democrat from West Lynn, said, quote, we know that the wealth gap has only continued to widen since the pandemic. This is very true. The very wealthy top 1% got trillions richer rather, during the pandemic. She wanted to say, this means rising costs disproportionately impact our lowest wage workers. With this legislation, we're reaching the working families and individuals whose hard work is essential and makes up the backbone of our economy. Eligible Oregonians will not be required to go through an application process and can expect checks or a direct deposit as soon as June. Payments will be distributed through the DOR, and funding will come from the State Fiscal Recovery Fund program. Again, this is part of the ARP, or American Rescue Plan, the latest stimulus package that was signed by President Biden last year. Now, we are still waiting for Kate Brown's signature. Once she signs it off and gives the final approval, these payments can start going out to the workers and residents. Oh, it's Westchester County. Okay, got you, Allison. Got there. Not no, Jorge. I think you might have misunderstood that we were just talking about the gas prices. In New York, we're not talking about the $600 going to New Yorkers. Might have missed a little portion there of our conversation. But that is that, and that is where we stand right now with this bill. So we will absolutely be sure to update you folks as soon as it does get signed into law. This is great news, and I think you're seeing a lot of states now really start to understand the pain and the pressure and the burden that it has been put on the American people, especially with the soaring, rising costs of living throughout this entire nation. No matter where you live, no matter where you look, you see it happen. You're seeing it at the pump. You're seeing it at the grocery store. I can just tell you the grocery store. Just earlier today, the prices are rising just near me. So you're really seeing it everywhere, and it's putting a lot of pain and stress on a lot of people. And I think hopefully a lot of states will start to take note, not just blue states, but hopefully red states as well will start to give back. This doesn't mean that we're paying people. Oh, Brandon, you want to do a whole entire recap of what we just covered? I'll tell you what, you can watch the replay in momentarily. You'll be able to watch the replay in just a minute from now. Give it 60 seconds. You'll be able to watch the whole entire thing again. By the way, I'm also now posting these exact videos that you see, whether it's pre-recorded or live, on Facebook. So that link is also down below in the description. If you use Facebook and you prefer it, you can also now follow me on Facebook. Give me a follow, give me a like, but we'll get there. I'll do the promo stuff towards the end. But hopefully red states and blue states alike will take note, give the money back to the people from the American Rescue Plan, give that money that's just sitting there doing nothing, give it back to the people. And you're really starting to see this happen in a handful of states. I understand Republicans don't want to pay people not to work. Republicans don't want to pay people to just sit on the couch all day and do nothing. And so it's understood that we can give the money to our workers, people that continue to work, people that work during the pandemic. We can give the money to those people, and I think you'll get bipartisan support more so with across party lines. So if anyone's watching, definitely let my suggestion and see what people are saying here maybe influence some of the policies and what you plan to pass. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Again, if you do prefer the lives, let us know. If you like pre-recorded better, definitely let us know as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button. Be sure to share with a friend. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. Have notifications turned on. Make sure that you use the links down below in the description if you want to sign up with the brokerage platforms, Robinhood and or Webull. You'll get some free stocks. Some of them buy up to thousands of dollars in free money. And if you want to connect me on social media, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn. I'm also on Facebook. Logan E. Cohn is the username, but the link is down below in the description of this video. Follow me there across all platforms, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now. Hope you enjoyed it.